Some good things to keep in mind here, keeping everybody up to speed, Jackie.
That's right. Well, we're so excited to have Michael Moraine in here from the State Historical Museum because we're all looking for great things to do during the summertime. Want to beat the heat, head indoors, and there's a wonderful activity for kids this summer.
Yes, this time of year it's so jarring to see kids out in the real world. In the wilds of the real world. What are they doing?
What are you doing?
Instead of doing this.
Why aren't you in school?
Where should you be? But we have a solution. We have a solution. Round up your kids and bring them to the State Historical Museum. It's free admission every day, and we have some great programs designed especially for kids. Last year we opened a hands-on history gallery that's open every day. And so kids, it's designed for kids 12 or 10 and under.
Okay.
And they can get their hands on geodes.
Yeah, I was saying, okay.
They can get their hands on geodes, the Iowa State Rock. They can climb up on a tractor for a photo op, a historic Oliver tractor.
Oh, wow.
They can see some of the toys that their grandparents or great-grandparents in Iowa may have played with.
Yeah.
There are beanbag chairs to read just storybooks about Iowa history. There are all kinds of great activities that kids can do if you have a free hour. So you can rotate the museum parents can rotate the museum into their regular cycle of stops. So you go to the zoo, you go to Living History Farms, you go to that play area at Jordan Creek Mall, you go to the library.
You know all the hot spots,
Museum,
don't you?
Yes.
I love it.
But just this month, we launched a new program called Goldie's Kids Club.
What is
it?
And remind us who Goldie is.
Goldie is a goldfinch. The eastern goldfinch is the Iowa State bird.
Right.
And so we have a new mascot there. You can see her there, and his or her claw print, her little talon. So Goldie is the museum's Kids Club mascot, and you can sign up. It's free. Kids will get a newsletter full of fun facts and games. They'll get a card during their birthday month signed from Goldie.
Really? So who doesn't like getting a card from someone like Goldie on their birthday, right?
They'll get exclusive invitations to events at the museum. Last week was Goldie officially hatched or took flight or whatever you want to say. So we had some activities here. Here they're writing poems about birds with a poet from Nevada, Jennifer Knox. She's an Iowa Arts Council fellow. The last picture, there were some people in from the county conservation group who were talking about just natural habitat in Iowa.
And we showed a picture, it looks like kids were making their own Goldie birds, which is adorable.
You can pin the wings on the mutant goldfinch.
What now?
The mutant.
Yeah, it has this goldfinch has a couple extra wings, but we have all sorts of ideas.
See, that gets the kids' attention.
Fun
It keeps them interested.
activities.
Yeah.
It's true. That one flies especially well. It wobbles probably a little.
That goldfish wobbles, but it doesn't fall down.
Love
right?
it.
Yeah. But throughout the summer, we have a couple key programs just to explore different parts of Iowa history and Iowa culture.
Okay.
Iowans at home, Iowan food, Iowans in portrait. So we'll show kids some of the portraits from the state's collection.
Right.
And kids will get to make some of their own portraits and do some of their own. We also have some great programs for adults.
I was going to say, what if you have some older kids that, need to come
Yes.
check the place out as well?
We have we're calling it our summer school lecture series.
Okay.
And it's geared toward grown-ups, but it's fine for kids too. The next one coming up in July is, the topic is Iowa's misbehaving women.
Ooh.
Maybe your feature.
My great ancestors.
And then in August, we have a really, really fun expert who's coming in. She's written a book. Her name is Darcy Molesby. And she's written a book about Iowa's food traditions, the foods that are unusual or unique to Iowa. So,
Which is what a lot of people associate with.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's certain regions, even within Iowa, where there are variations in what we eat.
Do you have
Right.
any
Or how we
examples?
even-
Yeah.
I was going to say, or even what we call them. It's kind of fun.
This was new to me. I just learned about it this spring from her. And I didn't grow up with this in Ames, but apparently cinnamon rolls and chili are a combination.
Yes.
What?
You never had that in lunch
Yes.
programs?
And
What, cinnamon rolls and chili?
And to some Iowans, it's completely familiar, and to some Iowans, it's this reaction, just like,
Yeah,
what? That's
that was
crazy.
completely normal.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite is talking about loose meat sandwiches with folks. If they call it
Yes.
Made Rights or Sloppy
Right.
Joes or
Yeah.
things like that. It's just fun talking to people and how they relate to various foods. So that's happening as well coming up.
And
That
I'm
is
sure
coming up.
kolach or kolachkis are
Yes.
part of the mix too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole smorgasbord of ethnic
Yeah.
cuisines, but there's some things that even if you cross county lines, there's something that is completely recognizable and familiar to some some town and completely foreign to somebody else. And so
be
Darcy,
done.
Darcy.
Oh, we're
can
gonna have
pick
to have
that
her come
apart.
in too.
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
should
please
definitely
do.
get her.
Okay.
I mean, we
she's
love
really
anything
fun.
food, but learning something is kind of fun as well. If people want more details, because I know activities are
Yes.
happening right now and then coming up
Yep.
later on this summer, where should they go for those details?
All of the programs, all of the calendars, all the information that you could ever possibly want is at iowaculture.gov.
Wonderful. And you guys have a great app as well. If you are
Yes.
traveling around the great
Yeah.
state and wanting to know other historical facts, it's all in an app.
Yeah, it's called the Iowa Culture app, so you can get it on Apple iTunes and Google Play, and just from the website, from a laptop. But it has more than 3,500 arts, history, culture landmarks across the state. So it's fun to just take out in your neighborhood. Take the
Yeah.
kids outside, just have them
You
download the app.
You get to use your device. You get to play with your device.
Yeah, and it's fun to. It's really fun to learn about the stuff that you have passed a zillion times every day,
I haven't paid
every
attention.
week on the way to the grocery store, and you see, oh, I didn't know that building was there. Or I didn't know
Right.
the architectural history of that bridge or whatever. So it's fun just in your neighborhood, but if you're heading on the road, it's fun to just explore that way too.
Perfect.
Love it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Michael Maloney.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It is 19 minutes past 8 o'clock right now, and stick around. Another Iowa treasure is going to be joining us in just a couple of moments. Yep, the Cop Man, Larry Kotler, next on CW Iowa Live.